be frank. Prayer and spiritual warfare will not save the Ghana cedi unless we change our choices. Unwise choices have led us into this mess, and we need wise choices to lead us out. Everybody say wisdom. See, too often we rely upon spiritual answers to our problems. We want the problem to be spiritual, and we want God to do something about it, because if the problem is spiritual and we need a spiritual answer, then I don't need to change. If we can blame someone else, somewhere else, then God has to deal with it, and I can continue to do whatever I like, and God has to solve the problem. But when I accept that my problems are a consequence of my choices, then I have to change. I believe in the spiritual realm, but I believe most of your problems are not spiritual in nature. Most of your problems come from bad choices you've made.
Yeah, Jamfia Fojo Mwakwaba Messer say Unya joining ya bomodin na share na like it and more and more YouTube no. Yeah, modern na mon subscribe it. Na advert no so yeah, mon try na mon hwe bi ma ye ni na boy ma yetimi generate revenue kakra. They support ye dwumadi no. Wada Roma. Enesement mi ankasa dia na mo dia chemenya sort road kakra wa nti. Sanya mesia kasa bia no, mon fa ncheme na mon fa ni sa. Ka bo ma mi wakwaba na Edward ya bo anso mi wakwaba sena jizo za mi wakwaba. And a soul baby GH Andon so welcome Brown Dina Mimwakwaba Michael Tamba Sumima Akwaba yeah Ebusia TNGH in Sumwakwaba na Edward Yaboa Mimwakwaba. Thank you so much Edward. Yeah Ebusia for MPP no say ya meka asofo ho asemu a eya na ebinum adwen yi omo say metan sofo and I say I hate the church. No, I don't hate the church, and I have no reason to hate the church. Nemum neatia ni say me pese me bie moni what you say, because me say me jai asori kono so many years in me nka the last time wa me kwa sorry, and it has really helped me a lot. Me keeping off the church has really shaped my life. Aboa ama my brabo me ho improvement bi wom. Now so e bia na wa wo hwe media o de to you no, the church is your everything and you cannot stay away from the church. You know, you have your own life to live. I cannot force you not to go to church. Neither can I force you not to be a Christian. You have your own choice to belong to any religion of your choice. Now, so, say me betna ha, I am here to educate you. Say even if you insist on going to church, at least what dream bet daho. Say nebeya asofo binom intimi emfa wadri in the agro. Some na munim osofo ya nimfo ni bo minchen hey. Prophet Ogya Nyame. Ghana there are so many prophets. School dropout to be a sorry and not our friend home prophet. Obia we school unya ejuma nye bia sorry no atam Bible. Na why some 1 or 2 predictions be se ba kutomwa. Na wajina so ede a friend home prophet na amanfo dimrika bufa so na sorry dem na nsa pe na wanya ne ho na nsa pe na wababe local champion na nsa pe na chese also no ewiase nyoma wo hwe no ne nsaka. Jordan Alomenu, thank you so much Jordan for your support. I really appreciate it. Ansa na Ghana any Nigeria for bebo match no ewo Baba Yara Stadium no. Prophet Ogya Nyame a ne mfoni bohoi or the so called prophecy bia media minim se prediction also or no the friend is a prophecy or the tudwa na match no wie no Ghana for ina hu the way I see koy nti ebusua enaye kwesi adai pese yesua de kakra intedi kan yentie prophecy na or the tudwa before the match between Ghana and Nigeria ewo Ghana no at time when Nigeria for ba Ghana any Ghana for be shia ye no eno hon kom hye na or the tudwa nti ebusua yeni kan yentie eno na se ye wie a after the match nso no scores no ba ye no osa be ye make am say osadi another video betu dwa defending ne ho on say the way I will see share ne nkom no anko ne sa nti ye ball match ne wie ya ekoye 0-0 no osadi another enkom share betu dwa na say so men kan enkom share or the ensemi betu dwa try to justify say the way I will see can no and I say mo de yenti yeni kan yenti the main prophecy no ne wie ya call yeah, after the match no near or day betu dwanon so ye na yetimi etie. Tiabusiafo yenika yenti Prophet Ogya Nyame nenum ensem. This is before the match between Ghana and Nigeria in Ghana at the Baba Yara Stadium in Kumasi. Tiabusia yenika yenti nwie.
Are you for? I'm watching.
I tried away Thursday. Oh, my man, so many 2 goals neighbor. And then I ever born a movie do Krumo and 2 days.
And then one day.
Oh, so Monday. And then I'm about to do Kumas and 2 days. Thursday, Friday, 2 goals from the neighbor Kruno. And tis a Ghana 40 year. And I saw me pino. Now I 1-1. And I draw no, on my year, Muma goes to Nimba. Uchini pa pillow na keeper obedemuno Brunino so once kokobi wo we say born a share no man am bibru mu keeper as a short no obona ese na akwese goal
Magi se keeper na why
enti de betima bonse se ne azuka me ko pepa ne timam
Somebody tina ya 1-1.
Yes, I will 2 goals in the Nigeria for some 2 goals. Inti akada 2. Say Ghana for betting assassin or Mugos, no better. Me catch up, say, and Kadia may say, you better home. Or want to mean 2 goals, no. Nanka yanya, Mugos, no. Inti yan sadia, young Maya Ninko.
Hey, I say, you see, the point they say, or kwache wine, akwaje wine goes. Those days, and someone is here now your friend say a confirm sem. And I say nanka edunsifone a confirm na yes. He say they are so for so adiafa. To me bear na wa Ghana any Nigeria for kwakoshia matcha. O kwache Nigeria for akwaje omu 2 goals every omunsem. Now ni bibi. Nia are ho ne say ebinum tena sorry dem a omo dinachi anase ebinum tena sorry dem a omo ginidi obi nso a oti social media or follow sa prophet we or ginidi pa or ginidi onim say Ogya Nyame de o kasa ebem onim say Ogya Nyame de oyodi onim say Ogya Nyame de nyame ngosra wo ne so nyame na afre no to me be now what dey chechire hwan football a game. A game of equal chances. Enyam paebo asem. Nyame bi asem. So ba ho modin a ube wini, wa mo ho modin a ube lose. A game of chance and luck. Game of training. Game of set why you prepared. Me say, even if God exists, listen to me carefully. Yeah, now kasa say you be say or see nyame ni ho. Even if God exists, God has got nothing to do with football. God has no time for football. God has no time for football. Mona ma creative ma grow na mo se moody. In the first place, no football cha-cha. Some say cha-cha e bone. Football cha-cha gambling. Football is a gambling game. Let us go and gamble. The winner will take this amount of money home. Gambling. And according to your Christian belief, gambling is a sin. So how will God support a game which has been built on the foundation of gambling? How will God prophesy or reveal a prophecy to his prophets concerning a game which has been built on the foundation of gambling? Wasa onim se gambling nankasa eye bone na ni nye ho. Ebesi den na nyankopon aba football mu. And until I mention as I catch them say, I am not here to move you from the church. Neither am I here to tell you to stop going to church. I am not here to disconnect you from your God or whichever belief system you hold dear to your heart. No. But I am here to enlighten you. Even if you still insist on being a Christian, you become a wise Christian. So that this kind of charlatans, these kind of criminals who are parading themselves as prophets and men of God will not be able to take advantage of you. Yemana nunsi.
Nigeria. Omanti
One Mahiri. There's no solution. I got everything I need.
Hello. Ayana.
O se ball no. Wa hwewi. Yemi se em se ball no o hwere wo hemfa. Wa hwewi. Ogya Nyame match na yenya moye. Match a Nigeria ene Ghana eba bebo a yenya emoye. Ogya Nyame hemfa na o hwe match no. It is a Oshe match na eye day na afei ne prophecy no amen. Akwese nia ye hwe movie. Movie ni sha ase na me ka kire wo se oh ma hwe dada. E na me kire wo se movie no sei ni na ebekọ. Se ye hwe wie na se ankọ ni saa na e kire se be di atro. E kire se emra me ka kire wo se ma hwe dada na me boa because ma hwe dada anko se nia me ka ye no e wo se bem because movie once it is acted and recorded on a disc or put on the or let me say uploaded onto the internet forever and ever. If you watch even 1,000 times and somebody slaps somebody, the slapping will come 1,000 times. If you watch 1,000,000 times and somebody destroys somebody's car, that same person will destroy that car 1,000,000 times. So movie doesn't change. Once it is acted, it doesn't change. It is there the same forever and ever. So if Ogya Nyame claims to say, even before the match or share your dear, is it then an a prediction and I said name come no amen. Na near ya a reho cramponi say. A son say omunim se she sa prophet we a broni bi cross na owa. Anka o yes a de no wie no. Anka onya to me mpo e ma bonten e me justify ni enti a o yes a. Now, esan say, omunim say, omuwo Ghana. Na Ghana for do na heavily indoctrinated. Na Ghana for do na they have refused to reason. They keep on giving their hard-earned monies to these so-called charlatans, prophets and pastors, whilst they themselves continue to wallow in the vicious cycle of poverty. Esan say, omunim say, Ghana for do na adwiwo fomuntino. Se omo she omo nkomo na se amemumpoa. They still have the remorse. And I say no, they still have the courage, the guts, the effrontery to come out and explain to Ghana for say. And I say omo krabu say to me babonti be boosti. Esaya kesem obi anko say wa hye nkomo anka according to your Bible. Se ka wo hye nkomo na se amemu anko si ekum e Bible no. Wo hye nkomo na se amemu anko si ekum according to the Bible. If you prophesy and fails, you are supposed to be killed. It's in the Bible. But these guys prophesy in the name of that God that they claim to worship. Efelia, yenku omu na so omu saba ebe justify omu saba esa be di Ghana for atro omu saba esa be to enfutro egu Ghana for the sugar me chiao. Na oshe sa encontrol ya amemu no. Ogya Nyame esa nya courage no esa babonten the video bi betudwa ebusia yeni kan yen hwe eno so na se wi a maka asem kakra we men kasa bebre mpesa wo ankasa wo hwe video no na wo odwe ho na wo ankasa wo tumi decide ba ho se Ogya Nyame bi na afre no ana se eyo no na ode azan enam edi pesika bi de gunbuto. I will not talk too much on this video. I want you to watch the 2 videos and decide for yourself. Draw a logical conclusion for yourself. Say Ogya Nyame enokre se per video ya meba be ya kire mu. Decide ma ho se Ogya Nyame enokre se Nyame bi na afre no se omre wiase me na djuma. Ana se eye ekom ono ano pese oyusu azan kwan bi so e de pesika be digun bottom. Ye hear second video na after the match or the betu dwa no. Na se wi ase nya mu nyina munim no. Chairman ma kire madwe. Let us watch the video. Pesa mutie ni ye busuafo we waso na tie ni ye. Be da mase.
Na se asamoba na wentie ni ye na utie do bi kan obeye mistake. Sofo bia wo de obi ho atwen so obi kosoro eya oya obebreki no obi kosoro de ne beto fom. Nyame onhira wo da enkom sha me sheye we ba besi for this year Ghana ebeko African Cup. Ka se match etoso Ghana be free muntem. First match, nam discuss about. Second match, nam discuss about. Third match, nam discuss about. Obianu wa wetimi fa fofo na ahoya ebinum na sofo so camera come on na mo menemo miminye timu amemre o untie na sofo bia wo de ho beba no ma yesa men kasa me mo hu se me minye timu amemre untie ni pa
yeah we just mo follow video we nche kra in about just 20 minutes near why by say I'm say 15 minutes 13 seconds by 20 minutes to 25 minutes near we nche ho kra mon follow and someone na all can ye me say men kasa be brave me be say one kasa wo follow first video na me play and the second one we are me play na wo one kasa tena se na dream mo say hey Charlie it me pa per videos here chairman e bo kire me sa osofo we party ofri nyame anase ofri nyame enti nyame bia friend anase nyame bia friend no enti we nyame djuma bi pa na oya anase ono ankasa na fu e na ode ania oye no wo ankasa tena se na dwen enya me na madwen ama o menti me nwen ma o menya nyansaboa kwa ewiase nyansa nyina ni mitrim. I am only trying to, motivate you to reason and free yourself from the hands of these charlatans. These are criminals. They are not pastors. These are criminals. No God has called them. So phobia ode ho bebia no bi hu enti omo nyina so claim say nyame baako na afre omo enti say nyame baako na afre omo say omo mra wiase meye na djuma. How do they go about fighting themselves? Is it then na omo sa turning omo ho sa e fight among themselves? They all claim to have been called by one God. So if you have all been called by one God, why must you fight yourselves? Why must one prophet come out to present a prophecy for it to fail? For another prophet to come out and say, oh, and I say oba bontin abesre say o prophecy no amen. If your claim say more prophecies no nyame bi na ede mamoa, why must you behave that way? Think. Thinking will not kill you. Thinking will not break your brain down. Thinking will not take anything positive away from you. It will rather take away the negative. Think. Think. Nature gave you the brain to think. The brain is not for going to the toilet. It's for thinking. Think. The brain is there to use it. Use it. Hey, use it. Most of you don't use your brains to use it. Use it. Use the brain. This guy is not from God. From all indications, even if God exists, this guy is not from God. This guy is doing business with his mind. Adrena, mona mo claim say nyame bi di ma wo no. O na claim say nyame bi na de sa adwe no te wotiri mu a the same nyankopon na e de adwe no so to ogya nyame tirim. Enti ogya nyame say adrena wo wo no say wa yusu a ono ba yusu ne de no wo so e de benefit from you. If you fail to use your brain, if you fail to think, people begin to think for you and make money from you. This is what the pastors do with you people. Veronica say only God can judge. You see, this is where we go wrong. You cannot say only God can judge. If only God can judge, then there will be no need for court system. If only God can judge, then there will be no need for judges. There will be no need for lawyers. There will be no need for court system. Sometimes there is no God anywhere to judge anything. Judgment is for human beings. Sit down. If this person is wrong, he is wrong. If he's right, he's right. Think. There's nothing like only God can judge. Only God can judge who? Have you seen a God judging before? Have you ever seen a God judging someone before? Yeah, kasa, nastola. You see, I am here talking, trying to enlighten you. Somebody is still within the comments typing, say only God can judge. Who told you say only God can judge? Have you seen God judging before? Is God a lawyer? Is God a judge? Does God sit in the courtroom? Ode konyasem na men kofa lawyer na yemfa ko na court na general naka say only God can judge. You bet jail for 50 years. You rot in jail. I'm telling you. Odiama obi fa asemonto so na men pesi kan kofa lawyer e ma ne dwane na yemfa nko gina court na judge emu amu so obed them for 50 years and rot in jail. No God will save you. Learn to face reality, my people. Learn to face reality. Obianiwa, even if there is judgment after life, nobody can prove. Because Obianiwa, well, asa sorry, abekache wiasifo nyina say, hey, Ghana for sa judgment day na ye kan ho asem na no kuro na me wuye because jina nyankopon anim e ka de anka nyame ma me so de mato bonsam jam and I'm a pan a chewa na osama me second chance obia ni wa wu asaba back to life abeka sansem we akire da na nyina no e atesem so de yentimi mfa ye honto so heaven e atesem hell e atesem Moses atesem Abraham atesem Noah atesem Bible atesem Quran atesem. There is not even a single evidence. Atesem so de yentimi mfa ye honto so me ba wiase me hu se nyankopɔ be a judge that no God has judged anybody. Human beings are judges. We are the ones to pass judgment. That is why we have the prison service. People are there to judge for others to serve their sentence. Ye ba wiase senka yenim se nyame bi judge obia. Like why did human beings have to, go out there and establish the court system? We went out there to establish the court system because we know, say, there is no God anywhere to judge anybody. Oh, yeah, mabo. The way a religion, any superstition, any osum, any trimono, o kasa na, obusa de oko in round in circles, and a free mind, leave everything to God, and a free mind, God. In this life, listen to me carefully. If you leave your issues to God to solve for you, you become a fool. Everybody will ride over you. Let me repeat myself. In this life, if your life is dependent on God, and you think for you, whatever happens to you, God is the one to see you through, everybody will sit on you to rise. And you remain at the bottom. Fight for yourself. There is no God to fight for you. That is what blacks don't understand. If there was God to fight for black people, like the whites couldn't have come to Africa to take us captives. The whites came to Africa. They took us captives for more than 500 years now. Vengeance has not been served. The whites are still enjoying life. We are the ones going to them cap in hand, begging for rice, begging for sugar, begging for everything. If there is a God up there who passes judgment, why hasn't that God passed judgment on the white people for coming to Africa to kill our ancestors, to enslave black people? That alone should tell you, say, there is nothing like judgment anywhere, according to me. Human beings are the ones to pass judgment. Even if there is karma, nobody can prove. Even if there is karma, nobody can prove karma. Because, I say, Obi Korea there. O chakwan no mu na ka abo no iti wa dwen be ye say na de na okowie aye no e na kama atwia ne kanti a o chakwan no ka abo no obi nso awia de sa ne nkwa na nyina ka bia mbo no yare bia nka no e na ono ade wuye. How do you explain that? Enti esi dan na ba ko pede ono fine fitire ko wi ade de ka abo no na obi atena Jubilee House, obi atena Parliament awia de ne nkwa na nyina boni bia nto no wadi kan aye japade I thought of cast secure the life of the future generation. How do you explain that? Eti karma no crampo ayekano. Nobody can really explain karma and how it works. Eti amayam fire home to so. Enutina broni use his knowledge to establish the court system, the justice system. Yema justice no enye juma, muadwe no nye juma senebe ya obi mfa okwasia, anase obi mu okwasia. Eno na meka. O say God is a judge. O that now? God is a judge. Sit there.
And come sha machine nyina do bi ntimi aka ho hwe. Am say Ghana ne Nigeria nsuo beto. Masom obi anka ho hwe. Ghana ne Nigeria Kumasi Sports Stadium ho na mo bo a ebe ye di amamu obi anka ho hwe. Ghana e blaster ni go e wo Kumasi Sports Stadium obi anka ho hwe. Ghana aya de aye draw obi anka ho hwe. Ghana obi bia monko Nigeria ankoye obi anka ho hwe. Tontono na sunsumu no sa mante no na Ghana bedi nkugu. Ghana mpanifo timi anaso bi timi ba me ho. Anaso bi timi tu ana mo ba metimi apagya mensa ama Ghana qualify. Muntie niye ya ubose nyame ne bebusa wo. Wo sika dama be free wonsa. Sa umpagya nso a umpagya da e wo wiase. so wapaja nso a me bofo a me de ne ya adwuma no ono obedi onipa bia obekasa tia me bibesi
say ya na omudi hurahurabo say ya na omudi hurahuramo na wakasa a issue threat oka ne ho asemboni a onye ye da and at the end say ya enti this same pastor or prophet will stand in his church and tell his people, say, the Bible says, forgive your enemies 77 times 7 times, or whatever times. This same person will stand before his pulpit and before his congregation, preaching forgiveness. Oh dear, oh babonte beshen komtro. Bible ne say ka wo shen komtro anka yenkum zanso Ghana for nkum because baby a ewiase adun Ghana for ne abie chen even Bible no. Yeah, because money me enche Bible na anka ensem a Bible no kan na kan bedi so. Now so the reason why it here you pick what to follow and put aside what you cannot follow is as a result of the fact is say opesa o kire say when near bie chen Bible no and they say obaye bonia fane ko empanimfo ni mokromo na empanimfo ensi na bonku no eno de wo se wo ntimi ni so because one will say when near bie chen sa eti the way I must live my life no kra mo pesa mo kire say mo ania bie mpo chen Bible no enti mo ania bie chen Nyankopon na o trust our Bible no because you have gotten to an age I must say sansem no de muntimi ni so na emom we de medi so na we de mintimi ni so mean say when ania bie chen Bible no na se Bible ye no kra when betumi bie chen Bible se Bible e no kra nyame bi na tro Bible ampa when betumi abie a chen Bible. But these guys use the Bible. They stand before their pulpit or congregation. They preach forgiveness to them. Oh, we are. Washan control na Ghana for unkuno because Ghana for near beach Bible no. Na Ghana for atna social media asre no. Wasa babontia betna social media. Akese akase wo a unimu a obeka ne ho asem ase na twetwe no because washan control bia onye yeda. This is how they play with your minds. And this is how they control you with fear. We ought me your fuku. Sakwa we. Makane ho asem. Ought me your fuku. Oh nishi. Oh ya na be ya o. Ya na be ya se. Ebesi ne pa be wi ase dripa na ebinum da so di religion achi. Ebinum da so di sunsum se mo chi ni sa ni ma ya na me chese ya na me yama. Hey. Anyway, upon all the evidence staring at you, upon all the evidence staring at you, Mama Yenfa, Mikasa no mrewie.
Me nyetim ketwa wo. Na nyansa na menim, a me se men kasa. Na nkankran bi atete social media, e kasa, e bomi din matam. Hey! Tawo, so for me tima me train fu ya rasta. Unsuru me. So for me timi twa na ntwe me ne. Unsuru me. Na
Ucha nentwie mina yensuro. Oye rasta yensuro. Onkwa no aye rasta. Onkwa no aye rasta. Na rasta ye bone. Onkwa no aye rasta. Onkwa no aye rasta. Bob Marley cry yensuro no. Peter Torch cry yensuro no. Onkwa na okra rasta ben ya. Empese na ucha because e dambi na obo e na odi twa mpese. Obo dam na odi twa mpese. And on the social media, Asian control, and I hear can say, and control now, what shall the jai? Was the software between and treaty, and Quasia Sensei. Who's who trying and treaty? How many times not and treaty? Or beat the abattoir, or couldn't cheer every day, or no so, young and a day. Says some for me trying and treaty. Some for me jump as a unsrumi. Some for me a rasta unsrumi. And Quasia can say, ya Jimmy, cause I say, ya don't take. Ubofia. Jimmy kata say ya, Jimmy say ya, no let's Ghana ho. Jimmy say ya. No abekeka kwa siasam sa dia go no na dwe ne say wa kan bi biama. Some for me champese. Some for me challenge duty. Anyway. Kasa uri e fa kasa disi.
Na ya yetim. Me be bia wa adwum na me wi a madam ase. Philip, so to the mechanical. No, so for send the video, no, and you're more dead with a me, Namiazuka. When you're sending Ben a Tumlawa, bravo. onyame de Ghana and Africa shemensa. Umpo. Eno ne pepem.
Onyame de Ghana and Africa ashe wonsa. Onyame de Ghana and Africa ashe akwa winsa. Ene esa nyame we pa ngo se e chi ne tumo. Ebusia nyame kropa o de Ghana ni Africa pa ashe akwa winsa de ngo se e chi ne tum. Seriously. Julius Malema to South Africa. Nyame anfa Ghana ni Africa anshe ne nsa. Paul Kagame eti Rwanda. Nyame anfa Africa ene Ghana anshe ne nsa. There are some great leaders in Africa. Nyame anfa Ghana ene Africa anshe mo nsa. Nyame fa Africa ne Ghana akwa we ene ode she ne nsa. Hey, sa nyame we so the problem pa. This God is lacking managerial skills. Or see at the school of business now because you are management. Send be ya obetimi a manage Africa ye ene Ghana. Send be ya sa nyankopon no obetimi ende obetimi de Ghana ene Africa ehye enyasafo nsa enye sabi nkwasiafo. Sa nyame no e was say ye lecture no how to manage Ghana and Africa, because if God can entrust Ghana and Africa in the hands of this this charlatan, this criminal, then of course God becomes an enemy of Africans. Yeah, a God who can leave Africa, the entire 54 nations of Africa, in the hands of this madman. That God becomes the enemy of black people because because nyamia or pesa yakwe animo on timimfa Africa ne Ghana enche sa akwa winsa. Eti wo ankasa tenase na dwen ho se sa kwa we party ofri nyame we nyame bi ohompo a na nyame a obo so ni asase one sa kwa we kasa onam sa kwa we mu na eye adwuma. I would prefer to distance myself from such a God who would choose to talk through this man, a God who would choose to work through this man. I would love to distance myself from that God. I will never ever love to associate myself with that God. Because even our earthly presidents, they don't associate themselves with jokers, or they don't walk or move with jokers. So if God of all creation will move with a comedian like this man, then I would prefer to keep off the church and never ever worship that God. Seriously. Because I'm a very serious guy. I don't play around with jokers and comedians. I watch comedy, but comedians are not my friends. If you're a comedian, you'll not be my friend. I'm a very serious guy. I take serious things seriously. You know, you can't be laughing all the time and be my friend. You can't be joking all the time and be my friend. You can't be coming on social media to give false prophecies and be my friend. You can't be a God supporting this mediocrity and be my friend. Or me be your servant. It will never happen. I don't worship such things, you know. Tebusia, mun use madrin. Why? Mun use madrin. Obviously, I'm confused. Don't be confused. Don't be confused. This guy is just he's just a clown. Don't be confused at all. There's no confusion in Billion's Mansion. Don't be confused. Why? Don't be confused. Enti wa tinase. So be koso akosa akwa we ya sorry. Edo sika komana wow case. Why? My fam de awie. You say you can force the horse to the river, but you cannot force the horse to drink the water. It is my duty and responsibility to use my social media platforms to educate you. Yeah. But it is not my duty to force you to think. You have to force yourself to think. You have to decide I can't decide for you. You have to decide for yourself. I will never ever love to be friends with a God who is friends with a criminal like this guy. I'm telling you, I'm too big for that. I'm too clean for that. I'm too serious for people like this guy. Charlie, wise up. Why? In moving forward, you know, a software will be say into me forward in your group. Waba bonti abeshe komtra memu na later one kasa wasa nya vim asa babontin sa de nsem kwasi asebwe asa betudwa wo sa enkomche tro na wo de ba bontin no wani ehu chese they have no remorse na ni ehu wan fere ho wasenya the audacity the vim asa babontin sa de kwasi asebwe asa betudwa obi anka make nka oba yanka o de a chopper break Ghana for you. I said Ghana for me. Move for me born in Chemi. Me pa ma chow.
men who said that so be na me so ye and na me gina so de be share sound common no eno ti na Ghana for mon fa me boni nche me na ebi nsi biem we de da bi da wasa ba bonten and I me a me twa na njeti and I me na and I wan na zuka and I me a wo sim na unye ye da jibie say ai yeah shut up there why did you jibie say ya jibie say ya na koso be Jimmy say ya. Why say ya? Busia, me kasa yure. And I cry me truth cry me ya. Ya kasa. Mami kono medru cry. Tebusia be say share why decide for yourself. If you want to still follow men like this, that's up to you. I've done my part. Me da mu na mase. Jordan, Alomenu, thank you. Charles Kojo, me da se bebre why. Yo, Charles, thank you, big man. Jamfia for you. Hey, Jamfia, big fan. Sister, me da say. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support. Me da mu na mase. There was you decide for yourself why. My friend there me da mu na mase. Send da mu na we be the chairman Freemind. Enjoy the week and enjoy the month of April. You better answer share. Bye bye.